Rachael Ray double R, doing some double N's. Boop. What? Food that you can make so quick, it will free you up for more free time in your life. Over the top, crushing it. Oh my God, it smells fantastic. Boom! Nailed it! It's a little chilly out today, even though it's supposed to be spring. It's not here yet anyway. But we're going to make some spicy food to warm us up. I'm going to use one of my favorite products. Oh gosh, I've been eating it for a couple years now. John loves this too. We're going to make tacos with a soy-based product where they actually made plant-based or soy-based product taste like meat. So we're going to make tacos for a ton of people. Of course, you can use beef, obviously. Or you could use beef and some beef chorizo or beef and pork chorizo mixed together. I love that as a taco base. We're making Korean style tacos, so beef and pork would actually be a really nice solution too, because both are so popular in Korean cuisine. What do we mean Korean style? That means always a mix of salty and sweet. So we're going to be making salty and sweet flavors as we go along through our taco process. But first I want to show you the bottom of this bowl. Down here, there's red onion sitting in lime juice with salt. We let that happen for a while, like 20 minutes to as long as you like. Why? Because it bleeds out the flavor and the juice in the onion. And I do this when I make guacamole or any type of slaw, anything that starts with a little bit of onion, I always bleed out the onion with some salt. Salt draws all liquid out. So we've had that sitting for a bit, and now we're just going to flavor it up. We're going to add some toasted sesame oil, which once you open it, this is one condiment that I don't keep in the fridge. Of course, it will just turn it solid and you'll have to wait a while before you can use the rest of it, right? And then we're going to take a sweetening agent because we want, again, salty, spicy, all mixing together. Bitterness, we already have lime juice in here. We want that balance of flavor. So now we have our choice of agave, light agave, you can see through it, right? This is plant-based. Or acacia honey, you can, very light in color, you can also see through it. It's a sweetening agent, so how sweet do you want it is really how that's gonna go. That's the jar, it's not me. I don't know why that makes me giggle. I'm such a child. Anyway, then we're going to take chili crisp. You guys know chili crisp, right? It's fairly new, but it's kind of like pesto in year 4 or 5 on the general market. Chili crisp is pretty popular now. So we're gonna add some chili crisp in here for some heat and crunch and texture. Basically, it's chili oil, and it's a little bit crunchy. All there is to know about that. I'll save the rest because we're gonna use it again a little later, separately. And then we're going to take cilantro and a little bit of mint. Don't go crazy with the mint. A little goes a long way. And this is optional. You don't even need the mint. I just like a little hint of it. I like people to go, what was that? I like that look on people's faces. It's like at Christmas when a kid opens underwear, they're not happy. Socks, no. Pajamas, meh, maybe. Toys, oh. But when you give them something else, something they're not expecting, or an experience, or tickets to something or something, they go, what is that? I love that expression. I like that expression when people eat food as well. I look for it. Let me just say that. So when we run our knife through anything, Always, we keep our fingers curled under, of course, so we don't end up losing them. Some days that works out, some days it doesn't. Listen, the more you cook, you are going to cut and burn yourself in the kitchen. Just is what it is. Man up, woman up, however you want to call it. But it's just law of averages, that's all. It's more statistics than skill. But at least try not to hurt yourself. So then we mix all of this together and let it hang out. The longer it hangs out, the better it tastes. So leftovers are going to be even better the next day. And you can have tacos for breakfast, or you can turn them into migas. You can take the leftover, fried up in a pan, cook a fried egg to throw on top of all of it, and reheat your tortillas. No big deal. Okay, so we have our slaw done. Now, if you don't want to do that, guess what else is a great solution? You can just buy kimchi. You know, it's readily available all over my neighborhood when I'm in New York City, but I can also get it in upstate New York. It's delicious. This one is their vegan Napa. Napa is what you make kimchi with. And I have a kimchi pot, but it takes many, many days to make kimchi. It is a lot easier. Just pick it up from the store if you just want taco night, okay? So we have the choice. I'm gonna put out both today. I'm gonna put out the quick slaw, and I'm gonna put out the kimchi, okay? So that part's done. Another topping that will go out for everyone is Mexican crema. Come on over this way. We're going to make a spicy crema. If you can't find crema, although I don't believe you if you can't, because it's everywhere. It's in every grocery store. We're gonna put in some Mexican crema. A little bit of sriracha or any hot sauce you like. Lime, lots of lime. And a clove of garlic. Okay. I always hate this part. Don't look at how embarrassing this is to me. Maybe I didn't lock the bottom. Let's just go to break. Nope. Someone unplugged it. All right. Okay, guys, now we're on to making of the sauce. It's so basic. For every pound and a half, these are 12-ounce packages. So if you were using beef, you would buy a pound and a half of beef. I'm cooking for a crowd. So I'm gonna use a couple packages here, okay? 24 ounces. And I'm gonna let that start browning up in our skillet. Come on, buddy. Turn them down a little bit too low, I guess. It won't matter. Okay, while that's working, we'll whisk up the sauce so we can just dump it over the top. And it's so easy. It's just ginger and garlic, crispy chili, a little brown sugar. Remember, I told you it was salty and sweet Korean tacos. Salty and sweet at the same time. In Italian, that's called an agrodolce. Oh. It's savory and sweet at the same time. Rinse my hands. Go. So while this guy is working and breaking down a little bit, we're going to take 3 tablespoons, about. I don't measure unless I'm baking. which I don't do often because I don't enjoy it. I like cooking, I don't like baking. I can bake, I just choose not to often. So we're gonna take 1, 2, 3, a 3 count of soy sauce, AKA light soy sauce. Now, when you go to an Asian market and you buy light soy sauce, that doesn't mean it is low sodium. It's actually saltier than dark soy sauce. It just means it's light in viscosity and consistency, but it is a very salty product. So if you're watching that kind of thing, you might want to make this dish using grocery store bought low sodium soy sauce. If that's something that you have to watch for your health, you should know that. Dark soy sauce, I love. I could probably drink half this bottle, which would be really disgusting for you, but it is so delicious. It's sweet and thick and just gorgeous. Now, I'm only supposed to use about a tablespoon. I don't care. It's my house, my rules. I'm gonna always put in a little bit extra. Oh, just the fragrance of it is just crazy. And we're gonna use Horrible. You can shake it. You can use it as a maraca. You can dance with it. We're going to use pourable light brown sugar, about 3 tablespoons. We're going to add our chili crisp now. Good tablespoon. I'm going to clear the bottle. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm going there. There's that much left. What am I going to save a teaspoonful? Come on. Don't be silly. So our base sauce, I'm gonna whisk together, and I'm gonna add in some ginger. Now, the ginger I've peeled, as you can see, okay? Use a teaspoon when you peel ginger. Then you can put it away in chunks in the freezer. Why do we use a teaspoon? Because look at how gnarled and weird this is. When you use a knife, a lot of this just goes into the garbage. When you use a spoon, no matter how weird the little finger of ginger looks, you can clear that away, no big deal. I can use a ton of ginger just in a week. Most people use it very infrequently. That's why I say peel it all up when you bring it home. This is like 9 to 10 times more if you buy a full hand of ginger, fingers of ginger. If you buy a full hand of ginger like this, you're gonna have 10 times more than you need for any recipe. Therefore, if we peel it with a spoon and put it in the freezer, it'll grate beautifully anytime you need it. It's already peeled, extra bonus, and it will never shrivel up in your fridge and end up looking like the Wicked Witch that got the house dropped on her or whatever. You'll save all of it until it's done. I can smell with my nose that this is ready to get broken up. It really does smell exactly like beef cooking. And your nose knows when it starts to brown up, and that's when we start to break it up. Look at the color on that. Look at this crispy, crusty, beautiful piece. Tell me you cannot tell the difference. You know, one day, for fun, I made John, a burger. John actually thought this was the real burger. Not kidding. Okay, back to my story with the sauce. Good amount. And then the garlic. Be careful when you get to the nub of the garlic, when you get to the root end. Make sure you get all the little snibbly bits. I'm gonna let this brown up just a bit more, and I'm gonna add our sauce right after this.
So soy is a complete plant-based protein that contains all 9 essential amino acids that we need for a healthy diet. There's several ways that we can incorporate more soy into our diet. It could be edamame, which we find in a lot of restaurants as an appetizer. One could be as simple as adding soy milk into your diet, adding tofu into a favorite dish that you have. Tofu does not have a flavor component to it. Another great way to add soy to our diet is through some of our favorite sauces made out of that soybean oil, sometimes labeled as vegetable oil. You know, soy is just a really unique product that can play a lot of different roles in our lives.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna start making tortillas. So if you have a gas top stove, now this in my life was better and bigger than anything, maybe even my villa. Like, to me, my life's pursuit before being able to live part-time in Italy, more than diamonds, more than anything. All I wanted was a gas top stove. If you have a gas top stove, all we have to do to char our tortillas is to put them directly over the flame on the burners. Whoops, come on back here, buddy, as you're watching. They have enough fat in them in the making of the tortilla. We don't need to go back to fat. But if you want to cook them in a frying pan, I usually use a cast iron or stainless steel skillet, and I keep it naked. I just get the skillet super hot, and that's it. Heat up the tortillas till they're soft and a little bit blistered. I don't add fat. Most people enjoy cooking them in oil. I do not. I don't think it's necessary, as there is oil in the product itself. So there it is. I have a little bed, truly a little bed made for them. And we're going to fold up the blankie around them to help them stay a little bit soft. And put them out on the counter. And then when people eat, they just pull this back and it keeps them a little bit soft but crispy and crunchy at the same time. We have our homemade red slaw, our Korean style red slaw, so salty and sweet at the same time. We also have our vegan kimchi to go up on top. We need the meat. Oh, it's not meat. Rah, 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 rah. So we're going to put our filling, which is soy-based, plant-based meat, or crispy beef. We're going to put that in our serving dish. And we're going to top it with beautiful, thinly sliced scallion, a little bit of fresh Fresno, fruity chili pepper, and a little bit of radishes. Also, we have this crazy sauce that tastes like it has a ton of peanuts in it. Soybeans and seeds. Little drizzle of that around the bowl. Super fun. And then put out Mexican crema just to top it off, which we have waiting for us right over here. I'll show you how this goes. Ooh, I like an extra burnt one. Come here, buddy. I like a really charred taco. That's just me. I like that bit of char. I think it's fun. It's being a little bit greedy there. Some radish. Green onion. A little bit of that Fresno. Oh. I love kimchi, but I'm gonna go with our homemade slaw. Now, your eyes are going to flip out and you're gonna be like, I want everything at all times, blah, blah. But be careful, guys. You want to do just enough that you can still fold the taco. Okay? Beautiful. Just beautiful.